just started to work. It was so nice, and it worked so well. And of course, it was very cheap because the wind did all the works instead of that poor donkey that had to go around the mill in the old city. They say that the millers, mainly the Muslim millers that used to have most of the mills inside the old city, they were very upset with this new mill, and they've hired this man to come and curse the windmill, bil'am kind of, you know. And they were also very sure that the windmill will not hold anyway. When it would rain and it's the top of the watershed, it will definitely collapse. So it didn't work, and that's when they all said that this windmill is guarded by the Satan. That's why it's holding so well. I know it sounds like a chisbat, right? Like a made-up story, but here is a quote. This is from a Jewish newspaper named Hamagid, telling you this entire story. Back then, Mechashev, a wizard, was hired to curse the windmill, right? And you get the entire story, and take a look at the bottom when they say, and they all agreed that this building is guarded by the Satan. See, Hasatan? Guarded by the Satan that is helping it, and that's why it's still there. 7 years ago. Anyway, 18 years have passed, the windmill stopped working, a local Jewish family moved in and made it their house, their home. For many years, the windmill did not operate. It was just, a building in Mishkat Chananim. But then later on, after the establishment of the State of Israel, it became a little museum dedicated to Muslim Montefiore. And in 1992, they renovated it and renewed it. I mean, it did work, and I think, if I'm not wrong, it's still operating as a windmill, although they have this little wine shopping site. Here's a funny little story that I just can't be here without telling you it. Please press on the time button. Get to April 1948. All right, we're about 100 years after the establishment of the windmill. April 1948. We're in the middle of the War of Independence. Okay, the British are still here. They will leave in a month on May. Okay, so we're April 1948. The Haganah, underground, the troops of Haganah built a little post, army post on top. I want to remind you that it's many years after there was the window did not operate anymore, so the top was of course ruined. They just built a post, a military post up there, which of course makes a lot of sense because they wanted to guard the neighborhood from the walls where the enemy was coming from. Okay, so that very morning, Sunday, April 1948, the British High Commissioner, went to pray Sunday morning prayer in the Scottish church. Where is it?
St. Andrews.
There. St. Andrews. You guys can actually see it from here. So it was a lovely spring day, and he went on the top of the rooftop in order to enjoy the view. And then all of a sudden, he saw our people, the Haganah people, on the windmill. He was so upset, he got off the roof and he sent two chabladim. How would you say?
Demolition experts. Demolition.
I would say chabladim again. Okay, two soldiers to go and bomb and demolish the windmill. They say, "Are you crazy? I mean, demolish the why not? Why do that?" He said, "Because I know the Haganah people will come, they'll run away, and then it will go, they'll come back, just get rid of it." So they came over here, put the dynamite around on our people. Of course, ran away, and just a second before they lit up the they noticed that there was a sign here, metal sign, which unfortunately does not exist anymore, which said in English, in a British accent, that this windmill was built by a Sir Mas Montefiore from the city. Which city?
Okay.
That's the Ramsgate. Thank you. It was Ramsgate. Now, you'd never believe it, but these two soldiers were both from Ramsgate. It's as if you go to Japan and you see a sign saying Dganya Bet. Right? This is more or less the idea. They were so shocked. They just couldn't do it. They took off all the dynamite and the wires, and they went to the High Commissioner. They told him about it. They said, "Listen, we're not even sure that we're allowed to do it. I mean, this is an old structure built by a Sir Mas Montefiore." He said, "Yes, that's nice. Go on." He said, "No, you can't do it." So there was a big fight. Does he have the authority to bomb the windmill or not? They said, "We're not." He said, "Yeah." Anyway, they were sitting this entire night thinking of what to do, and then in the morning, the decision was to do the windmill, but not the entire thing, but just the problematic part, which is the top, right? So they came back here, and very carefully, they climbed up with a ladder, and they only put the wires around the upper part of the windmill. Now, since the whole thing was, you know, a big thing, and everybody already knew about it, that very morning, half of Jerusalem was here to see the thing happening. And I want to thank the photographer from the American colony who is here to take a picture of this. Now, those of you who are into smoke, because I had a group.
Wallahi, Photoshop.
I had two ex-soldiers who were into this. They told me, listen, there were 2 explosions, and then I checked it out, and they were right. So you see the first one with the smoke going up, and that's the second because they couldn't complete probably they didn't complete doing the whole thing. And it was so precise that that's how the windmill looked like right after. Just as you can see, the hands are kind of like ruined a little bit, but the stones are untouched. But it's impressive. And that's how it looked for a month, a whole month, until the War of Independence started, and then it was the Tzahal, it was IDF that brought back the soldiers to